The lost symbol, the lost word of Allah. Very nicely explained. Let me just quickly go through the details. It is really RTL Plus pay it came, and I was of course waiting desperately for it to come, and I watched it in 2 days. So I'm a diehard fan of Dan Brown. I've watched all his movies. I've read all his books. I generally buy his first edition and read them. Started my love with Dan Brown, started with Da Vinci Code, of course. I read all his previous books as well. And then Angels and Demons, and then Illuminati, Tom Hanks, of course, as Dr. Landon. And we all fell in love with Dr. Landon, I think. This Dr. Landon was the new version of Dr. Landon, played by Ashley Zuckerman. Very nicely played. I had my doubts and I had my criticism as I started watching the series, because you cannot expect anybody else as Dr. Landon other than Tom Hanks. But he did a very good job. He's done a beautiful job about it, and I have certainly no problems with watching him as Dr. Landon. Of course, I would have preferred Tom Hanks. That goes without saying. But okay. Then Valerie Carey played Catherine Solomon, and Hugh Knapp played the Malak. Was also a very important role in that. The book in small, if I tell you in a minute review, is The Lost Symbol is about a Macedonian community in Washington. Started with George Washington. He was the father of the nation, father of the Masons, and they have, in the Masons, they have 33 degrees. 33 degree. It's called. They are special people. They swear that they will not give out the word. Now that word will come to later, and they swore to secrecy. It's a very secret society. You have to be not even a millionaire, multi-billionaire, even to apply for that society. So it's a very secretive society, and it's going on. It is reality. It is just not fiction. This is a reality. Masons are a reality. So we come back to the series. It starts with Peter Solomon. He is a very high personality in this Masons. He is being abducted, and his hand is cut, and then because of the symbols and all that, that's the film starts. And I must say they kept the pace of the book, because the book was like, wow, you can't just leave the book for a minute. And it was really like that. They did honesty to the book. It was beautifully done, just absolutely beautiful done. The Lost Symbol goes on. The whole series, they take us to and fro. What is the lost symbol? What could be a lost symbol? People are being killed for it. Things they're trying to hide it. What is it? That Malak, that person who played Malak, Bio Knapp, very nicely. But he was like, he tattoos himself all over the body, and every tattoo that he has a meaning. They didn't show it in the movie, but if you read the book, it is explained that every tattoo that he has on his body, it has a meaning. And in the end, just this place, they haven't really put emphasis on it in the film, but in the book it is that here he leaves like 2 inches of space, a circle, that he wants to print or tattoo the word here, and then he'll be complete, and he'll be a god, Nauzubillah. So this was his thinking. Yeah, people can go mad. Okay, but the point is, when you understand religion and when you don't understand religion, and you just try to make the best of what you know about the religion. This is the difference between the two things. And this is the fight that has been going on from eternity. Allah kara ye khatam ho jaye. And this is how it ends. Peter Solomon in the end tells Dr. Landon that the word, because in the end what happens? He finds, shall I do the spoiler? Yes, because people who have read it would know that he finds that Old Testament, the old version of Bible at the ground stone of Washington Monument, and he gives it to the Malak and he says, this is your word, and leave everybody in peace and everything. And then he asks, after everything is finished, Dr. Landon, he asks then Peter Solomon, what? We did so much. We went through hell and back for an old version of Bible. Was that what you were saying? And the answer is the most beautiful answer. The answer is, he says, the lost word, the lost symbol is actually the real word of God, be it Quran, be it Old Testament, be it New Testament. Whatever book you are reading is the word of Allah, and the word you have to, it is not one word, it is the meaning of what Allah is trying to tell you. It is the basics of what Allah has been telling you all these years. If you understand that, if you bring it in yourself, that is the word. And if you bring it in yourself, you will go high in your status. The monks, they when they sit down and meditate, the Buddhist monks, they elevate themselves. They elevate in their status of elevation. They elevate their soul. They detach their soul from their body. They have that much power. The power is here in the mind. And to understand that power, you have to know the word of God. इकबाल का शेर है, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे पता तेरी रजा क्या है. This is it. This is the word. Understand the word of God. Read the religion in your language. Understand the religion in your language. And you can yourself elevate to the extent where you can just ask Allah anything and He'll give it to you. और तुम खुदा की किस किस नेमत को छुटलाओगे. Till then, Chaman Padesi, Miljit Sorok.